Day 9. Hello, hello, everybody. I have these this batwing dress on today that has the skeleton. We have trick or treating this afternoon, and I'm excited to go out with the kids. Evie is going to be Tails from Sonic and Tails, and I do not know what Andrew is going to do. I think he's going to be Ash from Pokemon. So should be pretty fun. It's going to be a good day. Happy weekend. Happy full moon lunar eclipse weekend. It's going to be a very energetically powerful weekend. So it is the perfect time for us to be discussing manifestation. So I actually have another thing that I just felt inspired to make this morning as a little party favor for you. So I will show that to you. You can get it on my blog. I added it just a few minutes ago. So if you've already been to the blog to enter the giveaway today, which is I'm going to give away to 3 different people my Manifest Your Best Year course. It right now is exactly set up the same way it was last year. And if you purchased it last year, you still have access to it forever. But if you have not purchased it yet and you are interested in it, it has a lot of stuff for just sort of rituals to do or ways to journal and things like that as we get into the new year. So I'll be giving 3 of those away, and I will be updating that course with a few extra videos coming up in November. So that'll be coming soon. Oh, Kelly says, I'm wearing my skeleton maternity shirt today. Tonight is my work's baby shower for me, and it's Halloween themed. That's so perfect. I love it. Halloween baby shower, Christmas baby. So sweet. I believe it's Augustina's birthday today. Also, I don't see I think she's here. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I don't see it. Too many comments, but happy birthday to Augustina. Thank you so much for joining us on your birthday. So listen, I love the topic of manifestation. It is, yay, Augustina's here. Happy birthday to you. What a wonderful birthday weekend and a great topic for the birthday weekend, because we're going to be talking about manifesting. We'll talk about it a little bit here today, and then we'll really go into it with some things maybe I haven't said before, but also for anyone who is new to the idea of manifesting and what it really is. And we're going to talk about that on today's coffee chat as well. So we have coffee chat at 5 p.m. this afternoon. So it's a little bit later than our normal one, which I've mentioned, but I'm going to mention again, just so I'm sure we'll still have people that that say, where are you? At 4, just because I know everybody doesn't see all of the announcements. So I'm going to say it every single time that we're moving it back an hour today. It is changed on the calendar for you, and it is already set up as a live stream here, so you can see the time if you want to make sure. And I think that it is really important to sort of discuss the idea of manifestation, but also to keep an open mind with each other, because when we discuss topics like this, often we're going to kind of butt up against religion and spirituality and other things where we could have some disagreements. And so I always try to keep an open mind and to understand that everyone's coming from different backgrounds, different beliefs, and just know that no matter what, I am never going to be judgmental of you. If you disagree with me, you're totally fine to disagree with me or have a different perspective. And I try to come to anything like this that feels spiritual with an open mind to listen what other people have to say. The only things I don't listen to are, like, I had done a video on tarot and manifesting earlier this year, and got a comment from somebody that was like, well, here's a ritual for you: burn everything and, go out and die, because you should not be teaching this stuff. So that's the only thing I'm not open to, but it does tend to bring out some, passion in people. But this is the reason why I love manifesting, is because manifesting is really, but I know, listen, some of these comments that people put on YouTube, I'm just, at this point, I just have to laugh at it, because I'm like, have a blessed day. But truthfully, we're open to any types of beliefs and any types of, perspective coming in. I'm open to any questions that you want to ask. And I'm also one of the first people to say that I certainly don't know everything. I do have some people that I would recommend that you follow, and I will share that more on this afternoon's live stream, people that I've been learning from. And then I love their energy online. One of them that I have talked about a lot is the Manifestation Babe, and her name is Catherine Zinkina, but you can just look for Manifestation Babe and you'll find her website, her podcast, her Instagram account, and things like that. I think she's really an incredible person and I really love her online. But one of the things that I love about, I mean, if we really think about what is manifestation, manifestation is really just the idea of what you want to bring into your life and make real out of what you dream of. I mean, that's one of the ways that I could explain it. I did write down a specific definition from Gabby Bernstein because I like the way that she also talks about manifestation. And she's another sort of spiritual teacher that I would suggest learning from and going to. I don't always agree with everything Gabby has to say, but that's the thing is like, we don't have to agree with everything the people we follow say or believe in order to still love and learn from them. We can just, with everything, take what works for us and what resonates and use what doesn't resonate as a stepping stone to journal toward what do I believe then? If this doesn't seem right to me, then what is my belief? And allow that to become like a sharpening stone for your own personal beliefs and convictions. And that can be just as valuable as believing everything someone says, right? Is taking your own discernment and saying, okay, that doesn't feel right to me, or something about that doesn't seem right or doesn't seem true. So what is my truth? And then take that and allow it to teach you. But her definition is this is the definition for manifestation, the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates your spirit and the spirit of the world. I love, love, love that as a definition. It really is just all about knowing what it is you want or how it is you want to feel, knowing what is true in your life right now that you wish was not the case, and then getting yourself to a place where you are aligned with that new reality for yourself. And sometimes I think there can often be a lot of questions about this. So we'll go in a little deeper and I'll definitely be taking any questions that you have later this afternoon. And I'm happy to share and we can start discussions about it, share what I believe and discuss it. But I really feel like it's just a matter of aligning with our desires and trusting that God and the universe will bring those desires into our lives if it is meant to be for us. And I think that it's so much about energy and it's about belief. And so that's kind of why I titled today's live stream Belief, Energy, and the Power of Manifesting, because I think that one of the first feelings that matters when it comes to aligning yourself with what you want to manifest, which when we use that word manifest, I just mean what you want to bring into your life, what you want to create as your reality. So just to give an example, and I'm going to give a few other like actual slides and photo examples of how manifestation has worked in my life very specifically today in the live stream, which I'm very excited for. But it's this idea that you know what you want. And then even if you have no idea how you're going to bring it into your life, you hold the faith that this is possible for you. And you try to get yourself to a place where you truly believe that this is possible, that this is your life. When I was going through times in my life when I felt so much like I was hopeless, like, okay, I'm just giving up. I literally had said, okay, I quit, basically. I quit trying to make my life any better than it is. And so even from that place of darkness and despair, I still was able to manifest this life that I have right now. And so one of the things I think often gets twisted up when we think about manifestation and when we hear certain people talk about manifesting, they seem to say like, well, you have to feel good to manifest. You have to like get yourself into a place of like almost like a toxic belief of fake it till you make it. Like when people talk about the law of attraction, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with, the law of attraction is basically what people believe is just a true law of the universe, same as the law of gravity, that if I drop something here on this planet, it will fall to the ground like gravity. And a lot of people believe that there is a similar, more spiritual law called the law of attraction. And I definitely believe in this as well as many other laws in the universe. And the law of attraction basically says that you will attract like energy to like energy. So if you have good, feel good energy, you will attract good things into your life. And if you have a dark, negative energy, you will attract negative things into your life. And I do believe this to a degree, but where I struggle with this as someone who has been through some difficult things is that when we say that, it feels very much like it's saying that if I don't have a good attitude and I'm struggling with depression or anxiety, that it's literally my fault when something bad happens to me. And I just cannot get behind that belief that I am the one, like that I have to take full responsibility for the bad things that happen, because I feel very strongly that there are also things that are outside of our control. We have, if we were living in a bubble of a planet where it was just me living on this planet, then my energy would be solely responsible for everything that happens to me. But I do believe that we have free will, and I believe that other people can hurt us, and I believe that other things can happen to us that are not necessarily because of our energy or because of our fault. And I also don't believe that we should have to live up to this impossible standard of I have to be in a good mood all the time in order to manifest good things in my life. I think yesterday somebody told me I looked tired. And, yes, there are going to be days when I can't bring 100% energy into every single thing that I do. And that's okay too, right? Like, if I had to say to myself, well, I can only show up for 13 days of Spooktacular if I can have 1000% energy and never look tired, then I wouldn't need to, I wouldn't be able to do it. I would say, well, I can't be perfect in that way. And so therefore, there's no point in me showing up with 1000% energy. But the truth is that the people who are here that love me and know I love them, you guys are okay with me looking tired for a day or two because you know how much I'm putting into this. And you understand that we all go through cycles and we all go through difficult times, right? And so you guys don't mind that I show up with a little bit less energy on one day. And probably nobody here would be mad at me if I said, okay, I got to cancel tomorrow because my energy isn't good enough, or I really need a break. You'd be like, oh, that's disappointing, but we love you and we want you to take care of yourself. And I feel that the universe is the same way toward us. I don't think the universe expects us to always show up like amazing, amazing energy at all times, that we can only draw good things into our life if we can lift ourselves up, because that often feels, and somebody said in the comments on the blog today that even affirmations where you fake it till you make it and you say, I believe that I am beautiful, or I am rich, or I love myself. Some people can't get to that point and say that and believe that it's true. And so it feels like you're lying to yourself, right? And I feel like this is something I'll talk about this more this afternoon. I feel like I could just go off on rants on this stuff, but I feel like this is the work right in that moment where I wish I could remember who it was. I think it was Sam said on the blog today, it feels like I'm lying to myself if I say some of these affirmations. And I feel like this is the next level unlocked for me personally on my manifestation journey, is this idea that if my energy says this is not true about me, but I want this over here, that I can't, like, my work, my job to manifest this into my life is to begin to close the gap, not between where I am and where I want to be, but what I believe is true about myself and what I want to be. And I don't know if that's going to make any sense at all, but I will explain it a little bit more later. And we'll talk about the gap between those two things. Because so often we feel like the biggest work is, let me give you just an example so it makes a little bit more sense. Let's say I'm sitting here right now and I'm $20,000 in debt. And There was a time in my life where I had a lot more debt than that in terms of like credit card debt or other things like that. And it felt very overwhelming. So let's say that's me right now. I'm sitting here. I have almost no money in my bank account. I'm $20,000 in debt. But my dream, of course, is to be wealthy and to feel wealthy. Well, if somebody who's a manifestation teacher says to me that I just need to put stickies all over my house and I need to say, I am wealthy. I am wealthy. Every time I look at that and then I look at the reality of my bank account, I might be able to like sometimes I might be able to get myself into a place where I'm like, yes, someday I will be wealthy. But a lot of times I'm going to see that sticky note and I'm going to look at my bank account and I'm going to say that is a lie because I don't feel wealthy right now. I feel like I'm in a dangerous place. I feel like my security is being threatened. So when we feel that gap between this is what I want and where I wish I was, but every single time I see that, that bank account, I feel the gap between I am wealthy and I am in $20,000 in debt and struggling to pay my bills. And so the gap between those two things feels so great that I personally believe that the more we focus on trying to force ourselves into this feeling of I am wealthy, when we already feel so low is we're actually reinforcing that low feeling and that feeling. So like if you write a sticky note with an affirmation on your mirror and every time you look at it you feel anxiety and you feel like a pit of your stomach like that's not true, then that affirmation is not working for you and you need to maybe start a little bit slower. And I'll give you some processes for this this afternoon. So for me, instead, I think I just saw someone, Maple says, a guru I follow says, try affirmations like I am becoming more comfortable with the idea that I could be pretty. If I am gorgeous feels like a lie. And I also believe this, that you could say, I am on, instead of saying I am wealthy, you could put an affirmation up that says, I am working every day to get myself into a better place and try to feel the feeling of it's going to get better instead of feeling the difference in the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. And I really and truly feel that the gap between where we are and where we want to be is one of the biggest hurdles that we have to cross, because when we think about what we want, if all we're constantly aware of is how far we are from what we want, we're actually holding ourselves back from ever getting it. And that to me is the work. And that has so much more to do with your internal thoughts and your feelings than it does with whatever action you take. So we'll talk about that this afternoon a little bit more. Let me know if this is just like not making any sense at all, because I feel like I kind of went a roundabout like that. But we'll go in a more strategic way this afternoon. So today we're going to talk about specific steps to manifesting that start not with action, but with belief and energy. And so much of it is getting into an energy that makes you feel a little bit better. And it's not about trying to make a quantum leap into an energy that feels false or untrue. And I think that sometimes that can be really encouraging, because it's a lot easier to go from I feel complete despair to I feel a little bit of hope, rather than complete despair into some kind of toxic belief of like everything's just fine, like I think we're allowed to acknowledge the place we're in, but the key is just not to like focus on what we don't have, but instead to continually turn our attention to the good things that we have. And even if in this moment you can only find one tiny good thing, focus on that and just celebrate the hell out of it. So if you are like Kelly, I'm so sorry that you're going through such a hard time, but things are going to get better. And I truly believe that babies bring abundance, and that has been true in my life. And so maybe put a sticky on your wall that says babies bring abundance, and start feeling your way into that. But when we start focusing on those things that are really hard, if you can just think of one small thing that's really going well, like, actually, even though I have this debt, I actually have managed to make a little more money this year than I did last year. And that feels really good. Or I actually did pay off this one bill, or I do have all these prospects for this next job, and be thinking about those things. Put a sticky on your belly bump. She could do that too. Babies bring abundance. Just wear it every day underneath your clothes. I think that, we'll get into some more specifics today on the things that I feel like have made the biggest difference for me. And I think that, the things that often hold us back in our manifestations is one, that feeling of the gap. And when we start to feel the gap between where we are and where we want to be, and that's what we're focusing on, is how far away we feel from it. And we feel like it's not coming true and maybe it will never come true. The more we focus in that space, the slower our manifestations go. And so it's really tricky to get to a place of, how do I close that gap emotionally without focusing on what I don't have? And I have some tips for you today for that. The other part of it is this feeling of timing, of, I've been working on this for a long time and it's just not coming. It's just not happening. And letting fear of it never happening step into our reality more often than the hope and excitement that it will. So I'm going to really share a lot of this. And another person that I would recommend you follow is Love Andrea Crowder. I'll give all of this information later today. What used to really impact me was feeling unworthy. And something that she says that really resonated with me is like, worthiness is not something you have to earn or even something you have to feel. It just is. The same way that you might be 5'4", you don't wake up in the morning and say, gosh, I feel 5'4" today. You wake up and you just are 5'4". And that's the way that worthiness is. You wake up and you just are worthy. And it's really not something that you have to feel, because it's something you already are. And so the more we can just let go of this sense, and I think that really resonates with me. The problem is that I think when we constantly focus on a feeling of unworthiness and we allow ourselves to bring our own energy down, that then we're here and we say, to me, it's less about unworthiness and more about belief. So when you're saying, I don't feel worthy of this thing, like let's say you want to make 7 figures a year, or you want to be able to quit your job. I'll say something I know envy feels. Let's say you want to quit your job so you could write full time. But down here you say, I don't know if I'm capable of that. I don't know if I am worthy of that. That's really just you saying, I don't know if I believe that's possible for me. So you can take the word unworthy out of it and instead say, why don't I believe that's possible for me to have this life? Because in order for you to get there, you have to lift your energy up to this place, right? Because that dream job, that dream life is way up here. And so your energy is way down here. And the process of manifesting is really just about lining yourself up with that energy so that you can welcome that into your life. And so I'll give you some strategic thoughts about that today, because I think sometimes it can be tricky and there are different things that are going to work for different people. So I'm going to give you a few different things to think about. Oh, Rachel, I just found out you're pregnant. Congratulations. Morning sickness. Yes. Yay. Congratulations to you. That's very exciting. Okay. So we will talk about some of these things today. I also did not change my little ticker banner, but you guys know the drill if you've been around for a while. Today we are giving away another one of these beautiful demons bookmarks. If you haven't seen these yet, it's a local artisan made for us that is an acrylic charm. My nose is like itchy today. Does that mean somebody's talking about me? I feel like that's constantly the problem. So it has just a beautiful little bookmark that you can put into your books. So comment #day9 and it will enter you into the giveaway. And in a few minutes, we will call on that. We will draw on that. So let me also show you the worksheet that I made for you. This is just something you can download and print if you'd like. Let me see, day 9. And I didn't add it to the blog post until just a few minutes ago before I started this live stream. So here's the day 9 post. You've got the day 9 live stream, the giveaway for the Manifest Your Best Year course. And then we've got our coffee chat. And right below the coffee chat, it says, here's a quick printable I made for you. Let me make sure it's showing up. So it says, here's a quick printable I made for you if you want to grab it. It's a simple manifesting planner page. So there's a purple one. I'll show you real quick. Let me share. And then there's just a plain white one. Let me get out and share that one. So all you have to do to download it is click on those two links right there, the purple one and the plain white one, and it will open it for you. But I gotta share my screen again to show you what it looks like. So it just looks like this. There's a purple one that you can, is that sharing correctly? Let me go back. Okay. The purple one is a little bit maybe if heavy on the printer because it has a full purple background, but it's just a very simple 2-page download. I'm grateful for, my emotions are telling me that I choose to focus on blank. I believe that I am blank, my action plan and reflections. And then the next page is my greatest desire right now is when I think of having this, I feel something that comes to mind for me is I'm willing to either shift this feeling or lean into this feeling by, and then my action plan and reflection. So it's 2 potential pages. And if you don't want the purple background and you just want it plain black and white, there's also that option for you. And you can just download that from my, of course, there's a purple one, right? I had to do it. I had to do it. So feel free to grab that. And we're going to go over that this afternoon as a group just to kind of share with you what I think is a very simple process to helping to manifest things into your life. It's going to be a really fun afternoon coffee chat. So I hope that you can make it. And if you can't make it, of course, the replay is available there for you for sure. I think that this is going to be one of our best discussions on manifesting, I hope. And I'm excited because really, when you think about it, this is one of the last full moons of the year. And I'm so happy that even though I didn't even look at the full moon's calendar, that we're discussing this the day before a full moon, because the full moon energy is going to be really strong tonight. And this is very much a full moon that is all about closing a cycle and releasing the old things. So that, and new moons are often about releasing, but this full moon is about closing a cycle and thinking about what you want next. It's kind of like letting go of that past cycle and moving into this next one. And you may feel like you need a little bit of extra rest. You may feel like you need to express yourself through journaling during this time, but it is a really good time to be thinking about what it is you want to draw into your life and think about for not just the rest of this year, but particularly for the year 2024 as we kind of close up this year. Okay, couple more minutes or a couple more seconds here to put hashtag day 9 to enter today's giveaway. And La Lavender says, off topic, but what's your NaNoWriMo name so I can send you a buddy request? I think it's just Sarah Cannon, but I will tell you, I have, I think, something like 3,000 buddy requests that I have not been able to respond to because Nano doesn't let you like select all. You have to go in and hand do them. And couple of years ago, I got so many requests, I don't even look at them anymore. So I apologize. It's nothing personal if I have never accepted your buddy request. I literally have thousands at this point, and I just cannot accept them all by hand. It would just take too long, and there's no way I could even look through and see what anyone was doing. It's too much. Okay, so fun party favors giveaway. We are about to give away this bookmark here for the day. I cannot believe we only have like 4 days left, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4 days left. Tomorrow, we will be meeting up for live reading sprints where we're just going to have our live stream at 12 and then starting at 1 for 2 full hours, we will be reading together. We're going to read for 25 minutes and then we're going to take a 5-minute break and kind of discuss. I'll be continuing on with Bunny because I'm excited to keep reading it. And then on Sunday, I will have a special guest and a special announcement for you all. And that should be really fun because Sunday is officially the 13-year anniversary since I published Beautiful Demons. And then a couple more days into the month of, into the week next week, we will have the last couple of days of Spooktacular, and then we'll be moving into the NaNoWriMo diaries. So it's great. Okay. You sent one years ago. Yeah, I apologize. I wish that they would just have a thing where you could just select all and accept or not, and then I just accept everyone, but it's too much. When I started doing the NaNoWriMo diaries, it was just like too many people requested. Okay, let's do this draw. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Dun, dun, dun. Yay, Christy. Christy, you are the winner of the day 9 giveaway, which is a beautiful demons bookmark. So send an email to sarah@sarahcannon.com and let me know your address. And I'm going to start boxing everything up. I'll start putting packages together tomorrow. So some of you will start to receive your gifts next week. Some gifts are still being ordered. So just hang on with that. So for example, these bookmarks, she's still finishing these up. I only have one of each. So some of those will not go out next week, but the week after, but everything's coming together and it's very exciting. Don't forget that you can still enter to win the day 1 grand prize giveaway that only has 4 days left to enter. And I believe you can enter once a day, every day, if you want to get in multiple entries, as well as if you want to order some signed paperbacks, that is still open. We have over 70 orders at this point now. I haven't looked today, but I did take a peek yesterday. So, oh, you did see your name twice. So maybe if you put it in twice, you do get 2. That seems like cheating. We're just going to leave that. Oh, I forgot to open my Hello Kitty stickers. Chanel, thank you. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. Hello Kitty stickers. I'm going to open 2 because I'm behind on my days. I'm so glad you remembered because I already started using some yesterday. Oh, this is the bigger sticker. Oh, it's one big sticker. So we have a big, and it's purple. You can't really see. Can you see it? There you go. You can see it's purple. That is cute. Oh, you only did one and you saw your name twice. Got it. Thank you. That makes more sense. Just flowing through the whole list. Oh, and then it's the same thing, but a Hello Kitty skull. Okay, this is super cute. Oh no, the back came off. Come back, come back. Ah, put that back on. Look at this. So cute. It's like a Hello Kitty skull with a purple background. So cute, so cute, so cute. All right. Thank you very much for being here again for day 9. I wasn't sure what to expect this year when I said I was going to go live every single day. I was like, are people going to get fatigued? Are people going to get tired of showing up? But you guys continue to show up and it just makes me so happy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching the replay, for those of you that continue to show up for the replays. And we are done with our first live stream of the day, but I will see you again at 5 p.m. Eastern time this afternoon for our manifesting coffee chat. And we're going to have continuing on with this discussion. Envy had asked there, if you aren't going to be here today, but you have questions, where can we put them? Put them in the Discord server in the coffee chat. And I will take a look at those coffee chat questions before the coffee chat today. I won't answer things that are unrelated to manifesting, but I'll try to get to the ones that are. Okay, wonderful. I'm so excited for the day and for the weekend. It's going to be great. I will be live streaming night 2 of The Quarry on Sunday night. If you want to go ahead and mark your calendars, it is now on the Spooktacular calendar for you. And that's it. I will see you all this afternoon. Bye for now.